Ever spent hours tweaking particles only to end up with a dull poof? Say goodbye to flat effects. Cartoon FX Remaster brings polished, punchy VFX that make your game pop instantly. This pack delivers over 50 handcrafted effects, from explosions and magic sparks to water splashes and hit impacts. Each one is a clean drop-in prefab, ready to attach to your combat or ability system. The remastered versions have better color grading and smooth loops, so they look modern without extra effort. Performance is the real win here. Every effect is optimized for mobile and desktop, using efficient particle systems and simple textures. You don't have to choose between beauty and frame rate. Just drag, drop, and ship faster. With a perfect 5-star rating from over 700 reviews, the community is unanimous. People call it the go-to VFX pack for prototyping and final builds alike. A few effects rely on custom shaders that may need a tweak if you're using a non-standard render pipeline. The included conversion tool makes that painless though. $15 for over 50 effects. That works out to 30 cents per prop. Grab it and make every explosion count. Check the link below. Spot these deals yourself at mightyassetdeals.com. Filter by top-tier assets, sort by dollars saved, see price history. Deep dive any asset to read an AI summary of all reviews, see comparable assets, and more. What are the top 500 free assets right now? And a curated list of the top-tier assets in the Unity Asset Store. All updated daily with many new features to come. Go check it out today. Struggling with camera shake, parallax gaps, or bounds breaking in your 2D game? This plugin makes smooth, responsive camera movement feel like cheating. Pro Camera 2D gives you pixel-perfect follow, dynamic parallax layers, and collision-aware bounds that keep the action in frame. It handles everything from shakes to zooms with one clean script. You can set up a cinematic boss intro in minutes, not hours. Setup takes seconds. Drop the prefab on your camera, assign your target, and choose a preset. The editor preview shows you exactly what the player will see. No guesswork, no debug runs just to check framing. 5 stars from over 600 users confirms this is the gold standard. Developers rave about how it survives heavy scenes and complex transitions. Advanced cinematics can get deep, with many settings for damping and triggers. It is worth spending an hour with the sample scenes to master it. At $20, you skip 40 hours of hand-coding camera logic. For $5 per hour saved, this is a no-brainer. Link in the description. Not every developer loves writing scripts. Playmaker lets artists and designers build complex behaviors with visual state machines, and it powers hits like Hollow Knight and Inside. Its finite state machine approach is intuitive. You define states, actions, and events visually. You can prototype AI patrol, door mechanics, or UI flow in under 10 minutes. Plus, it integrates with hundreds of other assets on the store, so your tools talk to each other. The active community has created thousands of custom actions. Need an inventory system? Someone already built the action. You just plug it in. It is a force multiplier for small teams. Over 600 reviews with a solid 4.68 average. Owners say it cuts development time in half and makes collaboration between coders and designers smooth. The codebase is a little older, and you might hit a null reference in Unity 2022 or newer. Stick to well-documented actions and test with your Unity version first. $32.50 might sound steep, but freelancers charge 10 times that for one custom behavior system. This is the shortcut that pays for itself. Link below. We all know the pain of scrolling through piles of public variables in the inspector. Odin turns that chaos into a clean, designer-friendly dashboard with barely any effort. With over 100 attributes, you can add sliders, buttons, tabs, and validation in one line. It also serializes types Unity normally ignores, like dictionaries and polymorphic lists. This alone eliminates hours of boilerplate serialization code. The attribute workflow is a lifesaver for teams. Designers see only relevant fields, and programmers can build custom editors without writing a single editor script. It makes iteration faster for everyone. 4.59 stars from 540 reviews. Developers call it essential, saying they cannot imagine working without it once they start. Be aware of the licensing model. If your game earns above a certain threshold, you may owe additional fees. Check the current EULA before committing. $27.50 is a steal when you consider business ROI. If one client project uses it, you have paid it off 100 times over. Grab it from the store now. Writing branching dialogue in code is a nightmare of conditionals and saved states. This system, used in Disco Elysium and Citizen Sleeper, handles it all with a visual editor and robust backend. It goes way beyond text boxes. You get quest tracking, localization for 10 languages, save load that remembers every flag, and cutscene sequencing. The node-based editor lets you see the entire conversation tree at a glance. Integration is its superpower. It works with almost every popular asset, inventory systems, animation tools, even AI frameworks. You can attach dialogue triggers to NPCs and events without writing glue code. Nearly 5-star rating from over 500 reviews. Users highlight the incredible developer support and constant updates. It is industry proven. For a tiny jam game, it might feel like overkill. The initial setup has a lot of options, but for any narrative project, the structure pays off quickly. Treat yourself. You deserve a shortcut this week. $47.50 gets you a system that would cost thousands in middleware fees. Click the link. You want a third-person shooter with melee combat, vehicles, and AI, but you are staring at an empty scene. GameKit controller gives you all of that in one package. It includes a full movement controller with body awareness, melee and ranged combat, inventory, AI patrol and combat, vehicles, and even local multiplayer. You enable or disable modules to fit your exact genre. The demos are full playable prototypes. The developer support is legendary. They answer questions daily on Discord, sometimes even remote into your project to help troubleshoot. Updates come frequently and add features without extra cost. 4.89 stars from 476 reviews. Buyers say it is the only system they need for action games, saving months of work. The sheer amount of features can be overwhelming. Documentation sometimes lags behind updates, so expect to spend a weekend exploring the demo scenes. $29.50 is less than the late fee on your last parking ticket. For that price, you skip months of boilerplate. Weekend project fuel, right here. Trying to wire up IAP, leaderboards, and cloud saves on both iOS and Android without native code is painful. This kit wraps it all in one clean, Unity-friendly API. You get in-app purchases, cloud save, leaderboards, achievements, push notifications, deep linking, web views, and more, all through a modular system. You only import what you need, keeping your build lean. Setup is guided with detailed documentation and video tutorials. The Discord community is incredibly active, and the developers often help solve build-specific issues step by step. 4.61 stars from 480 reviews. Users praise how it cuts days of native bridge work into hours. Configuration can be fiddly. Missing one step in the Apple or Google console setup might lead to build failures. Follow the checklist carefully. $48 for 10 major features works out to less than $5 per integration. Freelancers charge that for 1 hour of work. Link below. Game Creator 2 is a visual scripting and editor toolkit that lets you build full games, inventory, quests, combat, save systems using a node-based interface. It is like having a mini engine inside Unity. The module system is incredibly flexible. You can purchase official add-ons for dialogue, inventory, or combat, and they all snap together seamlessly. The visual editor uses state machines and conditions that are easy to read. Performance is solid because it generates efficient C# behind the scenes. You can also extend it with your own scripts, so you are never locked in. It is a great middle ground between pure code and no code. 4.83 stars from 349 reviews. Fans say it is the most intuitive visual scripting tool they have used, with a friendly learning curve. For very small projects, the modular approach can feel like you are paying for features you do not need. Stick to the core and add only what is necessary. $40 at 50% off. That is half the price of a single freelance consultation. It is weekend project fuel that keeps giving. Grab it from the store. Building a platformer from zero means dealing with collision bugs, uneven jumps, and slippery slopes. Corgi Engine is the gold standard that fixes all of that out of the box. Its non-physics-based character controller gives you tight, responsive controls that feel like classic arcade platformers. You get wall jumps, dash, crouch, and ledge grabs working in minutes. The demo scenes are fully playable and serve as templates for your own levels. The codebase is clean and modular, making it easy to hack in custom mechanics. Plus, you get a huge variety of ready-made components, moving platforms, breakable blocks, trampolines, and more. It is a platformer creator's dream. 4.98 stars from 349 reviews, nearly perfect. Owners swear by the lightning-fast support and frequent updates that keep it compatible with Unity 6. The sheer number of features can be overwhelming. Start with the basic platformer demo and gradually add modules. The documentation is thorough but dense. $37.50. Treat your game to the best platformer foundation out there. One paid project using this engine earns back the cost 100 times. Link in the description. Outlines make gameplay objects pop, but most solutions are either ugly or drain frames. This asset delivers clean, performant outlines for both 2D sprites and 3D models. It works with URP and HDRP using a custom post-processing approach that scales on mobile too. You can control thickness, color, and glow per object. Setup is literally drop a component and adjust sliders. The best part? It supports transparent objects and multiple outline layers. You can have a selection outline for the player and a different effect for enemies, all running at 60 FPS. 4 stars from over 200 reviews. Users appreciate the clean code and the fact that it does not break with scene changes. It may not work perfectly with every custom shader. If you use heavily customized materials, test a few objects first before committing. $20, that is less than a fancy coffee subscription for a month. For a clean drop-in visual upgrade, it is a no-brainer. That is all for today. Do not forget to check out more deals right now on mightyassetdeals.com.